working with Congress to designate Kenya a major non-NATO ally. That's a fulfillment of years of collaboration. Our joint counterterrorism operations have degraded ISIS and Al-Shabaab across East Africa.
The real commander of RSF is not Hemeti, it's William Ruto, because for a movement to succeed, it needs money. The money from gold is being cleaned through Kenya to buy arms, to go and kill women and
now this is bad news from America to Kenya, and actually what I can say here is that President William Ruto has actually sunk the nation. Why am I saying so? Now America is actually reviewing non-NATO ally status, and now they want to know which side is Kenya. Because let me tell you one thing. Remember, Kenya signed, US reviews Kenya's May 2024 designation due to ties with China and other countries. And of course, you see, America wana wivu. And when they see you that you are with them at the same time, ukona China na nchi zingine powerful, of course, they have to actually come for you. And they have to ask you, which side are you?
A year later, an amendment has been tabled before the US Senate seeking to strip off Kenya the said status. Republican politician and Senator Jim Risch has tabled amendment seeking to compel top US national security and foreign policy agencies to launch a full reassessment of Kenya's standing, citing concerns over its global alignments and the way it's been deploying American support.
Now, I want us to look at this thing, in the perspective of US-Kenya military. Now, America is saying this. Military aid concerns. Reduced US support could weaken Kenya's fight. Actually, America wants to reduce support. Our target is to support Kenya.
The spotlight with the US assessment flagging serious human rights concerns that include abductions, torture, and general violence against civilians. The Risch amendment further calls for the assessment of whether American intelligence and military support has been implicated in actions against civilians such as abductions, torture, or violence.
Remember, US government has been supplying firearms to Kenya, and of course, even training na kila kitu. And in fact, they even have camps in Kenya zenye zina train wa Kenya to fight, terror. To even stop Kenya from, coup, for example. Now, right now, America wants to remove all that. And they want to know which side is President Ruto. And remember, Ruto went to China just the other day. And of course, he pledged to actually, fanya biashara na Kenya. Na China. And of course, that move angered USA. And now they have been asking themselves, which side are you? Because you see, in these power countries, you don't double deal them. It's either you're with them or you're with the other country. Because they believe that if you're with them, at the same time, you're working with other countries, you can easily, leak their secrets to other countries. And now William Ruto ambakionekana huku na huku. So that has angered Donald Trump administrations. And they want to recall, the agreement, and they want to review the non-NATO ally status. And this will actually hurt Kenyans because it will mean that even usaidizi maybe USA as usaidizi ya watu labda watu wagonjwa hawatapata usaidizi, there will be no aid from America, there won't be even no services from America. And that's what I'm saying, President Ruto has actually sunk the nation. Kenya imekuwa tu just a dumping site because of the poor leadership from our president. And it does not care. Jali, so long as quench his thirst, he's okay. Right now, remember, this news is actually bad to William Ruto because it means that US can easily, abandon Kenya. And if Kenya faces terror attack, Kenya face coup attempt. For example, last week we talked about Osoi and the FBI team, which of course were planning to stop the government from killing and maiming Kenyans. And Ruto swiftly arrested the trio, and now they are in custody, waiting to go to court. Now, I'm sure if the Kenya military is weak, because America iwasaidii, what will happen? It means that it will be easier for invasion from other countries. It will be easier for even coup kufanyika. Right now, remember, right now Ruto akwa shida because the Gen Z is not one team, and even there are factions in Kenya, groups forming to actually remove him. That's the reality, because you have seen people like Osoi who try to, of course, kuchukua watu wengine ex army na kila mtu wa side yake so that they can easily intimidate the government.
Is that you should never ever take commands that are unlawful, and in any case, if there is any officer like you've seen, we are in conjunction right now. We are collaborating with Cop Shakul. We are collaborating with Avande Kimanthi in a manner that any officer that will be dismissed from service due to circumstances of following or not following unlawful command, therefore, we are going to embrace them as a community, and we are going to reinstate them in
labda wako school, because that's what Mukome said, that Osoi was trying to cause school to house the president. Now, the other side, this is my question: how is the president thinking now that America has decided to actually distance itself from Kenya? All because Ruto has been seen touring other superpower countries that, of course, seem to be competing with America. And now Kenya is said to be punished because of poor leadership. So our president is actually sinking the nation. And there's nothing good in the government. Abductions, kuuawa, nini. And again, America is even questioning Ruto's government. Why is there abductions in Kenya? Yet you're the president. And our agreement is actually meant to safeguard the country, protect human rights. But what we are seeing in Kenya is actually contrary to what we agreed. Abductions. For example, the case of Albert Ojwang, mwenye alipigwa kauawa na police station, kwa ndani ya police station. The case of the hawker, BONFACE'S was actually beaten for nothing actually. Na kauawa na kesi imeenda hivyo. So these are the things making Donald Trump's administration abandon Kenya. Now, here's the thing. You see, whenever two bulls fight, the grass will suffer. So, wananchi ndo suffer, because now the citizens of Kenya are the ones who will suffer. Kama wakikosa usaidizi ya kutoka kwa America. For example, the sick people will suffer because of poor leadership in Kenya. And now America has vowed to actually not work with Ruto. And they are saying they are going to review the NATO ally status. Waone kwamba wewe tulisaini na wewe kama tuelewane. Waona tunakuona nchi zingine. And that's actually the state of the nation at the moment. So it is so sad, because we are thinking we are the only African country now facing backlash from America because of our poor government. That, of course, doesn't care about people. I mean, all the president cares is ni kwenda America, kufanya biashara, but the wananchi now are the ones who are actually suffering for absolute nothing. And that's not the status of our country. So, you need to tell me, I mean, do you really believe that this move by America is actually going to hurt Kenya? And do you think that USA has seen that Kenya's president is hated? Sasa wanataka kujitoa, ndio wamwache aangamie, atolewe kwa power. Do you think USA is actually aiding the removal of Ruto from power? Because Raila once claimed that William Ruto was supported by America in the last elections because Ruto had made a deal na America, the issue of GMO, ile mind ya America. And Raila claimed that that deal was the one that made America support Ruto's win. So I don't know how it's supported. I don't know whether they rigged for Ruto. I don't know. Maybe you tell me in the comment section. But Raila has been saying that America will saidia Ruto kushinda kura. So I don't know how America did that, but that's the statement. So if America abandons Ruto, I mean, what do you think will happen? Do you think now the Gen Zs, the other passions who want him out of government, out of settles, will actually succeed in destroying Ruto? Now, so that's all. And tell me what you think. And of course, I'll be glad to answer you in the comment section. Adios. If you love politics, then Dr. Politica is your cup of tea. The place for minds that think. If you are watching this from anywhere else, search the name, hit subscribe, and stay sharp with us. Thank you for making Dota Politica your home for fearless political truth. Every view, every like, every share fuels the fire behind the hours of research, filming, and editing we pour into each episode. By showing up consistently, you don't just support a channel, you empower a voice. In a world ruled by headlines, spin, and power games, you remind us that real people still care about real facts. We are here to inform, inspire, and ignite critical thinking, not just for today, but for generations to come. You are not just a viewer, you are the reason this platform exists.